think we do as a team, and we want to repay them with the win.
The energy they gave us, we just try to reciprocate that by playing the game at a high level.
And we just fed off the energy of the crowd. Like I said, they've been waiting for a long time to be in this situation. We've been waiting for a long time to have them in this situation, and we're going to need them again.
Welcome to the Forum, Los Angeles Lakers podcast exclusively on the grid. I am your host and content creator, Patrick Brown, and what a show we have for you all tonight. If you're new to the network, be sure to subscribe on YouTube. That's GRYD, The Grid. You can also follow us on our social media platforms. You can also follow me on my social platforms as well, which is going to be running across the screen so you all can see those plugs. And also, I got something I want to say, put this out here in the YouTube digital space. You're more than welcome to follow me. I want to get something off my chest. As a member of the grid, I'm on the road to a million, you feel me? I see a lot of digital networks that have well over 1 million subscribers. We would like to have that as well. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on the streaming apps as well. Laker Nation, I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day, night, or evening to listen to the show. A lot of free agency stuff to get into tonight. A lot of free agency stuff. A lot's happened over the last couple of weeks. Man, Rob Pelinka, job well done. Job well done, Rob Pelinka. This free agency, in my humble opinion, has been a success. To re-sign Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and pick up Jarrett Vanderbilt's option, keeping the core players intact. Signing guys in acquisitions to bring in. Gabe Vincent was the surprise free agent signing nobody's seen coming. Taurean Prince, a nice 3-and-D guy. Cam Reddish, who's yet to live up to his full potential. And Jackson Hayes, who I'm very excited about. A high flyer who can play backup. We're also going to talk about AD's potential contract extension. What this means for him this year. Do we re-sign him come September or October? Or do we wait till after the season when it's concluded? Going to talk about the expectations for this team. And I want to know in the comment section your overall grade for the free agency moves that Rob Pelinka made to upgrade and better our team. To conclude the show, I'm going to have a little bit of 80s nostalgia for you guys. And it evolves to Showtime Lakers. So stick around for that. But first, re-signing the core players. Austin Reeves was the biggest fish in this core. A guy who I've said for numerous times throughout the regular season is a closer for this team. He's gained the trust of LeBron James. He's not afraid of the big moments. This is where I feel as a Laker fan that Austin Reeves is going to have a breakout year. I'm going to go on a bold prediction for Austin Reeves. He's going to make the All-Star team this year. he's going to make the All-Star team as a reserve. But to be even mentioned in that same category would be monumental for him as as a grinder that slowly worked his way up the ladder into the NBA. I believe his role will be much bigger for 2024. A young man who is a fan favorite. He's not afraid of the big moments, as we've seen throughout the course of the playoffs. Austin Reeves reminded everybody that he's, quote, I'm him. I'm excited about his future and the more success that he's going to bring to this team. He's been the unsung hero at times in the midst, in the behind the shadows of stars LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Austin Reeves has all the potential at being a great player. He's in the right system with the right coaching staff and personnel. He's going to be a great player in 2024. Rui Hachimura, thank you, Washington Wizards, for letting us have Rui. I am very, very excited about Rui's potential. Came in, was the first domino that fell for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's yet to reach his full potential. You can see that he wants to get better and become the player that he was in college, but take it to another level. He understands that playing in a Lakers uniform has more significance than playing in Washington, which nobody talks about being a title contender. Rui is going to be even better with a full off season. We've seen him at the Dodgers game, throwing out the first pitch. I'm excited for Rui. I really am. I think he's going to get more minutes. And he too can possibly be an all-star. Man, D'Angelo Russell, D'Lo, in his second stint. We was going to bring him back on a team-friendly deal. D'Lo had hit a brick wall in the Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets. It was bad from game one all the way to the very last game of the series. But Laker Nation, I believe he'll be better in a full off season as well. 3-point percentage was little to be desired in the Western Conference Finals. I do believe that he learned from his mistakes and he will become a more self-awareness player for 2024. As much as I wanted to move on from him, I thought that Rob Pelinka made the best move by keeping him because he was part of what turned our season around in 2024. Jared Vanderbilt, Vando. Expect more of Vando's vault in 2024. Expect more of it. He's yet to reach his full potential as well. And I believe he too would get a contract extension, which is he's available for in September or October because we picked up his player option. I'm also very, very excited about the one player that nobody saw coming, and that was Gabe Vincent. If you had told me that Rob Pelinka was going to sign Gabe Vincent, I probably would have laughed because I believe that's the one player that wasn't on our radar. Welcome to the Lake Show, Gabe Vincent. I'm eager to see what he can do. Playing in the NBA Finals of Miami and kind of being a role player, but I believe that he's going to be a nice player off the bench But the question is, are we going to start D'Angelo Russell at the point or Gabe Vincent? That's yet to be determined, by Rob Pelinka and Coach Darvin Ham. Taurean Prince, a nice 3-and-D guy, and he has embraced being a part of the Lakers already. If you have not seen his Twitter, he posted a picture of AD and LeBron, if I'm not mistaken, when they were in the bubble. That Dylan Brooks. I had to laugh. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Dylan Brooks, he made a comment about Dylan Brooks getting 4 years and $80 million for being average. That's been the funniest post I've seen throughout the course of this free agency. Welcome to the Lake Show, Taurean Prince. That I got to get a laugh out of that whenever he signed, but he's going to be a great 3-and-D guy, floor spacer. Cam Reddish has yet to reach his full potential. The pre-college draft hype, going to Duke, getting drafted by the Hawks, I believe, and got traded to Portland. I believe he's going to be a nice fit in this rotation. He's going to be what we need defensively, and now he can get buckets offensively. But signing Jackson Hayes, former lottery pick at the University of Texas by the New Orleans Pelicans, that's the player I'm eager to see in a nice rotation. High flyer, human highlight reel. I'm very excited about having Jackson Hayes as well. Our draft picks, Jalen Hood-Schifino from Indiana University, 6'6" guard / forward. Big guard. Can create his own shot. The 3-point percentage can be improved. It's going to be a working process. It's not going to happen overnight. He was explaining what Kobe Bryant meant to him growing up and wanting to be a basketball player. I believe he's going to be a phenomenal player. It's going to take a little bit of time. Max Reed is a slasher. He is one of those guys that too can create his own shot and open up the floor with his 3-point shooting. Demoy Hodge from Missouri. Trying to look up some more highlights of him to see what he brings to this team and hopefully have that available and ready for the next episode. Max Christie's having a phenomenal summer league. Scottie Pippen Jr., I can't wait to see him hopefully make the team. Sharif O'Neal is Shaq's son. The one thing we need to do in order to make this a perfect offseason is to sign Christian Wood. Keep that name in mind, Laker Nation. Christian Wood is still out there. He would be a great big to play next to Anthony Davis. He can give you 15 and 10 on any given night. He too is a highlight reel waiting to happen. Laker Nation, let's try to get this trending. We should sign Christian Wood. If anybody out there that's watching that has connections to the Lakers, let's go after Christian Wood before somebody else does. That would be the perfect offseason in franchise history for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait for the opening night. Moving on to Anthony Davis's situation. AD coming off one of his best seasons of his career, averaging 28 and 12, one of the better defenders in the league. But what's been AD's biggest issue as a pro since he's been in the league? Availability. Freak injury here and there, and a very low motor. I sometimes question his commitment to the offseason, as most of you probably have. I do believe that AD can get his extension upon the conclusion of the season. He's got 2 years, roughly $80 million left. He's eligible for a 3-year extension, about $167.5 million to go along with the 2 years that he has left. If I'm the Lakers front office, I will hold off a year to see how it goes. Because you give him that extension, I mean, you give him the security of the next, 5 years altogether, but you know what you're getting on a night-to-night basis. It's been reported that Coach Darvin Ham has had discussions about playing AD alongside another big. It worked in 2020 with the likes of a JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard playing center, where he could play the 4 and roam around on defense. That was his most success right there. But him playing the center, we know he's too fragile. That's why with the young legs and wings that we got, AD shouldn't have to play center unless called upon. The biggest issue I have with AD, can he play 60 games? Can he play 65? At age 30, he's in the prime of his career. It doesn't put much into the offseason. Being a Laker, we expect greatness. There's no patience for mediocrity. There isn't. That's why this is a very, very pivotal for AD to put the work in, do what he has to do to be available for this team for an 82-game regular season. Also, I've said this time and time again, and you're going to hear me say it on the video aspect of this as well. One night he could give you 35 and 15. It's AD, Anthony Davis. Some nights he give you 13 points, 9 rebounds. I have a nickname for him, and that's Alfred Davis. It's like the players flip roles from time to time. If AD can play consistent from the first game of the regular season all the way through the postseason run, I'm good with that. LeBron James is likely going to be on load management this year. If he can give us 55 to 60, I'm cool with that. Because then he doesn't have to exert as much energy throughout the regular season. He's got fresh legs for April, May, and possibly June. The average age of this team with our youth movement, the average age is 25. That's as young as we've been in a while. We just have to develop these guys and keep them around for as long as we can. But hopefully, our youth movement will have a big impact on the success for the team overall. But we'll see what happens with AD in this contract situation. To end the show, I'm going to give you a little bit of 80s nostalgia. But before I do that, another round of applause for... There we go. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. All right. The 80s nostalgia. If you follow me on my TikTok, I put a question on there about the Showtime Lakers. In what year did they record the song Just Say No for the anti-drug campaign? Here's your answer. It was 1987, upon the conclusion of their 4th title in that time span. The entire team was in the video. Even Pat Riley cut loose on the song as well. If you haven't seen the video on YouTube, my younger Laker fans, go back and watch it. It'll bring back, you'll see the outfits. Don't be alarmed. That was the style of the 80s. It's nostalgia for all of us 80s babies and Showtime Laker fans. It was a great song. I ain't gonna lie. It's got a nice little 80s bop to it. And that says that we wasn't the only team in that era in any sport that recorded a song. The 85 Bears recorded their famous Super Bowl shuffle after they won in 85. That's all the time I have for tonight's show. Be sure that you catch me on the grid. That's GRYD. And you catch my show, The Form, a Los Angeles Lakers podcast, only on the grid. You won't find it on any other YouTube channel. Be sure to run up those likes, shares, and comments on the content. I would love for this network to have 1 million subscribers. There's other YouTube channels in the digital media space that have 1 million subscribers. Help us out by subscribing. Tell a friend, tell that friend. Also, feel free to comment. We greatly appreciate it. You can also follow us on the social media platforms. You can follow me on my social media platforms that's at the bottom of your screen. It's been a long time coming for the video portion of The Form. It's been a transition, and I will do my very best to bring it every single week. Be sure to take care of your mental, your physical, and emotional health. Tell somebody that you love them today, Laker Nation. If nobody told you today that they love you, I love you. We're all one big happy fan base. If you see a Lakers fan out in your city, regardless of where they are, tell them hello. Say go Lakers. That's all the time we have for tonight's show. Thank you once again for joining me. We're going to do a little bit of, let's see here. All the time I have for tonight. But hey, I look forward to being back with y'all on the next show. Be sure that you continue to support us. Support the content. We greatly appreciate it. This is Patrick L. Brown signing off. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe and hydrated. Hey, Laker Nation, you know the vibes. Lake Show. Let's go. Peace out.